Today I'm going to tell you guys about the most epic race of my life when I won a cross-country state championship. So this story really begins sophomore year. I was so nervous and I doubted myself way more than I should have. And just weeks, like the whole week in advance before every race, I would just get so nervous and stressed out about it. And I really had a bad season because of that. I was putting way too much pressure on myself instead of just letting it happen naturally and trust the work that I put in, because I did put in a lot of work. I just wasn't really trusting it. So sophomore year, I had the worst race of my life. Just absolutely broke down mentally and fell apart, and I ended up getting 41st, just fading back. I finished 5th out of the runners on my team, where at all the workouts I was first, and yeah, it was just a really disappointing race. So junior cross country season, I started meditating, and I really decided that I wasn't going to worry about the future or the past. I was just going to focus on the present and do my best with what I have, because that's all you can do. I realized that I can't do anything about the future. What's going to happen is going to happen, and I can't change the past. So all I can do is do my best with what I have in the present. So the week before the race, I was still really nervous, just because I was kind of scared of the course. Honestly, it kind of had a mental edge on me. So we went out and ran the course the day before the race, and I just felt like I couldn't breathe at all. My chest was tight. I was so nervous, but it really calmed me down running the course, and just I had to keep reminding myself to root myself in the truth. And whenever my mind started to wander to, oh, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I'm not fast enough, I would root myself back in the truth that I'm doing the best with what I have, and I've worked hard, and I can do this. So at the start of the race, it went out hard like it always does. It was a big wave of energy, and it was intense. I didn't know if I could do it. I was nervous. I had some doubts. Early on in the race, there was a big pack. I was kind of sitting towards the back of that pack, so I was probably in about 10th at this point, just kind of conserving energy. I knew I could beat a lot of those runners in that field. Really the only runner I was nervous about, and rightfully so, was Zane Nutter going into the race. I knew about him. He's really fast for sure. He's a great runner. So about half a mile into the race, me, Zane, one of his teammates, and this kid named Bennett Barnett kind of broke off from the rest of the pack. So we were kind of fighting together at this point, sorting things out a little bit. And then I would say halfway through, probably a mile, about a mile to a mile and a half in, so not quite halfway through, a little earlier, me and Zane just broke off from the rest of the pack, and I was scared at this point, honestly, because 2 miles in, Zane looked so strong, and I was just scared. I thought I was so close to settling for second, and I thought I was gonna have to just fight for second and shoot for second, but I just thought I owed it to myself after all the hard work I put in over the summer to at least try. So I decided I was going to make it to the next tree, and then the next one, and the next one. And before I knew it, so we were half a mile out at this point, so about 2.5 miles in, and I noticed him start to slightly fade back. Or maybe it was something about his breathing. I don't really remember, but I just remember noticing something that showed a sign of weakness from him. So I decided, I still didn't think I was going to win, but I was just like, at this point, I just have to go all out for it, sprint at this point, just kick and just give it everything I have. So that's what I did, and it was so painful, but it was the most beautiful race of my life, because I thought I wasn't going to be able to do it, and it was so pure emotion and pain and triumph, and I ended up gapping him by 9 seconds in those last 800 meters, which is a lot to make up in 800 meters, so I really kicked hard, and it was so awesome to be able to kind of redeem myself like that, but also it was just such a pure moment, and kind of the reason why I run is for those pure moments of complete expression of pain. There's something so beautiful about that, about doing everything you can and leaving it all out there. Yeah, that's my story of my state championship. One of the biggest life lessons I learned from that race is you can always handle way more than you think you can. Like, your body's gonna tell you you're done, but you're really not. And that kind of applies to life too. Like, you can always handle way more than your mind is telling you can. You're a lot stronger, and you're a lot stronger than you think you are. Thanks for watching, and make sure to drop a like if you liked it, and make sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I'm out. Clint the Runner.